All right, welcome to Making a Sentence. Hopefully you've looked over some of the other videos. You have a sense of subjects, have maybe some of the verbs down. You're familiar with na for present tense. We're going to bring all that together, and I'm going to show you 3 different verb tenses. Hopefully this big block will all make sense. Take your time, do some practice until you become familiar with it. So we'll start over here with the subject. I'm showing you subject positive and subject negative. So meaning positive, I want something, and negative meaning I don't want something, for example. So we have ni, which we've already seen is I, u, which is you, a, which is she or he, tu, which is we, which is yous, you guys, plural, and wa, which is they. Now the opposite of that is the negative form. And we've seen that in some of the other ones already, but I'll give you a reminder here. Si is I, negative. Hu is you, negative. You'll notice we've just added on an H. Ha is he or she, negative. Again, you'll notice we've just added on an H. Hatu is we, negative. We've added on an HA. Ham is yous, negative. Ham. Yous, we've added on an H and an A, we've gotten ham, which is yous, negative, and hawa, which is they, negative. Si, hu, ha, hatu, ham, hawa. Ni, u, a, tu, wa. So those are your subjects. Anytime you're going to make a sentence, you start with your subject. Is it positive or is it negative? And then you move forward onto your verb tense. So right now I've just given you 3 simple tenses. We have past, present, and future. When we talk about past, this is past complete, we'll say. An action that started and completed in the past. To make past sentences, you're going to use li, L-I. So you start with your subject, you take li, and then you add on a verb. So here's an example. Ni, which is I, li, nunua. Nunua, we've seen, it means to buy. Ni li nunua. It means I bought. Bought being past tense. Ni li nunua ndizi jana. These are all words we've seen already, so hopefully it's coming together and starting to make sense. Ni is I. Li is past tense. Nunua is to buy. Ndizi is banana. Jana. Jana is yesterday. So I bought bananas yesterday. There you go. You've just made a sentence in the past. You've taken a subject, a verb tense, a verb, and then you've completed the sentence. Nilinunua ndizi jana. Nilinunua ndizi jana. Now if you wanted to turn that into negative in the past, so instead of saying I bought bananas yesterday, we can say I didn't buy bananas yesterday. I didn't buy. So when we want to say I didn't buy bananas yesterday, we're going to take the negative form of the subject. And these are the negative forms of the subject. So instead of saying ni, we're going to take negative and we're going to say si. Now instead of using li, li is positive, we're going to use ku. Si ku nunua, si ku nunua ndizi jana. Nilinunua ndizi jana. I bought bananas yesterday. Si ku nunua ndizi jana. I didn't buy bananas yesterday. Si ku nunua ndizi jana. So li and ku. Practice it. Take a person, take a subject, either positive or negative, add on the proper verb, and then pick one of the verbs from the list in one of the other videos and try to put some sentences together. Hopefully it's all starting to make sense as we build little by little up on the sentences. So this is past. Now we have present. Present we've already seen in the positive. We've seen lots of examples of it. Here's one. Unataka maji. Unataka maji. It's a question. Unataka maji. U is you. Na is our present tense. Taka is a verb we've already seen and it means to want. Maji we've already seen, it means water. You want water. Unataka maji. You want water. Now if I want to say that in the negative form, I want to say you don't want water. I'm going to remove the na, take out the na, and then I'm going to take off the last letter in the verb and put I. So if I have unataka, I'm going to take out the na. So utaka, but I'm going to take off the last letter of the verb. So instead of ending with a, it's going to be an I. And I'm going to take my subject negative. So there's a lot of steps. Stay with me. My subject negative is going to be, instead of u, I'm going to use hu. Na, I'm removing. Taka, I'm taking off the a, and I'm adding an I. It sounds complicated, but the more you practice, the easier it'll become. So, unataka maji, you want water. Hutaki maji. Hutaki maji. You don't want water. Unataka maji. Hutaki maji. So practice it. Take your negative subject, take the last letter off the verb, and add an I. Hutaki maji. You don't want water. If I'm saying it as a question, I have to go up at the end so that people know it's a question. Hutaki maji. The emphasis stays the same, always on the second last syllable. If we move on to the future, we're going to use ta. T-A. Ta. So for example, atacheza kesho. Atacheza kesho. A is signifying he or she, depending on the context. Ta is a future verb. Cheza means to play. And kesho is tomorrow. Atacheza kesho. She will play tomorrow. If I want to say that in the negative sense, if I want to say she will not play tomorrow, I'm going to take my negative subject. So in this case, instead of a, I'm going to use ha. And ta is an easy one. It's the same. Ta in the present, ta is positive and ta is negative. So instead of saying atacheza kesho, I'm going to say hatacheza kesho. Hatacheza kesho. And that means she will not play tomorrow. So honestly, I would suggest pausing this video, keep it on this block, look at some of the verbs that you've been practicing, and see if you can start making some simple sentences. The more you practice adding a subject, a verb tense, and a verb, you'll find it comes together quite easily. Add in some of the days of the week, some of the times, and in no time flat you will be making sentences in Swahili.